Ah. Alright, good evening everybody. Today, check-in episode 67 already. Damn son. We're going hard here. That's more than a year already. Sheesh. Lekker pik. Okay. Oh. What's this one? Is this the old? Oh no. Okay, weird. Let's see the new week and how we did it last week. So, week 44 over here. Oh shit, I already see one red one. I definitely didn't do any book reading. Okay, but we're not gonna skip ahead, you know? Alright, how did we smoke this last week? We'll have to measure that first. Let's find out together, guys. 0.47 153. So that's pretty solid actually. 1.53, let's make it 1.75 because I probably will do one more. So that way we're not cheating ourselves at least. Sport, we did the 3.5 hours this week, pretty nice. We went running a few times and some Tabata, so that's pretty solid as usual. Productive days, yeah, we only did 2 of them this week. It's been very slow once again at work. And meditation 4 times out of 5, so yeah, I think this is gonna be light green, you know. The fact that we didn't smoke that much already could be green. And I guess the productive days, yeah, it's not like I have too much to how do you say, to presteer? Translate. To perform. To achieve. So yeah, that's alright if I don't have too much to do. Since your VR we did another demo, so that's definitely good. And I also worked a bit on the formulas. I'll still have to send out some emails, so I can do that today maybe. No, I'll do that tomorrow, but overall still a very green week for Sincere. So that's pretty awesome, you know. We're doing very good week over week. So it's partially due to Tim also being more active, which is pretty nice. It feels like we both want to make it work, so that's very chill. Check-in, we're doing that right now. We did our Jonko Friday stream per usual. And finances we also did at the beginning of this month, so next week we'll do it for the past month. Stream random convo with friends. Oh wait, this is empty yet. I do this at the end of the month apparently. Okay, so hopefully my grandparents or my grandfather already wanted to go on the podcast with me, so he's gonna be probably the next one, or my grandmother, but probably one of those two. So we'll see who we can get first on the on the channel, but it would be pretty epic to be able to at least have some recording about my grandparents, you know, for my potential future children, you know. Man of the world, you gotta know your roots and track them, you know. That's what we're gonna do. Networking, we're gonna do some Reddit, so yeah, we're gonna count it green. I know I'm pretty easy on that one, but it's not my highest ambition right now to be networking too much. When the summer comes around, I'll probably have to be a bit stricter on this one and try to at least get out of the room more often. Get some real life people involved, you know? That would be ideal. Miscellaneous, we did adhere to spending and trading restrictions, so that's good. We had a good family weekend, so we did definitely succeed in that one. Only thing again is not reading a book. Damn, bro. I have really slacked on reading last, and I have so much credits on stacking up on what's it called, Audible. So yeah, I definitely have to get used or get going with that one. Maybe I'll try to combine it with some gaming or something. I have to be a bit more creative. Trying to find some good timings in which I can actually listen to a book. So I'm gonna give this. This time we really had a good family, so I'm gonna be light greenish over here. Crypto bots. Redid the whole batch. Found a couple of interesting strategies that I would like to start trading. Haven't gotten around to the actual live trading programming. Still have to fix a few bugs and add some new features. So that's pretty good. On Jonko Friday I reviewed the results, the models we had, and there were some very good ones in there, so I'm pretty happy. So now the next step is to go live trading and see if we can actually get one of those models to make the big bucks for us, you know. That would be very nice. Alright, reflection, very good week, a lot of gaming, chilling with friends and family, with all the usual, and helped around the house. Getting more settled in and starting to actually have a nice homey feeling. I love Zuri. I don't know why, just want to add it as a random note. Not like I'll probably ever read it again. To be honest, I don't read much of them, but who knows, maybe one day I can make an AI train on it and then it will just be a second bench, so we'll see if that ever comes through, but we're keeping our options open at least. But this means the overall color would definitely be good green, so aside from the reading, I think everything is going very well here, so a little bit of working for me to do, but don't have to put too much pressure on myself right now. Doing good, bench. That's what I get from it. I think that's it for the check-in, so without further ado, let's just straight shift into some Redditing, you know. Let's see what the bottle of the barrel is doing today. Let's get this a little bit. Oh. A little bit brighter because we have dark mode on. Let's see, September 16, no. We definitely did last week, 21. difficult to say with all the work going on. Does seem more centered around providing relatable content to people. Whatever, don't have to go too deep into that one. It was clear that this one was not a big home hitter in terms of what people wanted to read. Well, it was a good try, I guess. We'll leave it at that one. We'll leave the dead horse. Oh, we have another commentary. Authenticity, as we begin to see more people live their lives online. As we begin to see more people's everyday lives online, the appeal of being real and down to earth grew. Yeah, it's not really the whatever, was okay. Don't really have to go into that one. Let's see, yeah. The death of elitism is the worst thing that's ever happened to our society. Here's a scoop, kiddies, and you might want to take notes. Objective achievement is superior to self-fulfillment. You don't respect anyone who isn't good at something hard. Subjective, in my opinion. Do. Let's see what's going on. Good guy. What was this? etc. It's not even worth replying anymore. He's basically saying the thing he's calling out, but yeah, whatever. Doesn't matter. Okay, let's see what's new on Reddit then. What can we find that's fresh out of the scooper? Why should the US make Puerto Rico boeien? What time is it boeien? How do I make myself more engaging? How do I make it so people care and are interested in what I have to say? I know people who can talk about their day and keep me interested the whole journey, whereas whenever I tell a story it feels like no one really is into it as I am, and it makes me feel embarrassed. This also goes to everything general, the conversation wise. I feel like nobody really wants to talk to me. Forrest. Could try to implement some more interaction. Similar. People. This is pretty nice shoulders in the social skills. Alright, that was a good one. Good start. What's the best food here? Some boy. Don't need to ask credits. If animals could talk, which species do you think would be the most annoying, and what would they never stop complaining about? How can you tell whether you're pushing yourself too hard or not hard enough, plus consistency? Turbulent exam 9239 in the productivity subreddit. For context, I'm a university student studying biochemistry. Oh shit, it's following my footsteps. I've never been able to tell whether I'm pushing myself too hard or not hard enough, and it's bothering me. Some nights I don't get my homework done. Some days I'm in the library for 5-10 hours grinding. I just hate how interested I am and constantly can't tell what direction I need to go in order to fix it. Interesting. We all struggle with striking a good balance. Try to write down essentials. And to be periodic. Good question. Does it ever get better? Boy, when did you know you wanted to date a girl or woman? Do you agree or disagree with Desmond Tutu's thought? If you want peace, you don't talk only to your friends, you talk to enemies too. Why? see if this is anything interesting. Systemic abuse, just apartheid, or perhaps war in general. There are many things which need discussing when negotiating peaceful means and reconciliation between two conflicting sides. You have a very good answer for me. It's the most taboo attraction you've ever experienced that you'll never admit in real life. What are some example of crossover that's killed? Oof. What's your secret? What technique do you use to remember things? Communication skills, how to befriend office mates. There's a guy in each of two cubicles across from my office. In all the years they've sat there, we've never exchanged any words aside from a hi or bye in passing as one comes or goes. I'm sorry, no idea. I don't go to the office myself, so. A little rant. I'm going through a very complicated situation. No long ago I developed a small crash. I feel foolish. But I think it's inevitable. Anyways, in a few days I'm finishing my high school education. Because he's already interested in someone else. I just want to disappear now. I'm already of age. Okay. Don't think anybody really cared, but whatever. Wish I would have started going to the gym earlier. 20 female. And basically every day in September I loved it so much. I was super sedentary. What's that for a word? Sedentary. Gevestigd. Huh. Okay. Going to the gym to be efficient for relaxation and stress relief, and going to no consistency. Don't have a problem with my body and skinny jeans, so I didn't do it for the weight loss or anything. Blah blah blah. It's really cool seeing my body change for something that's not as exhausting. It's 10 hours study day, and it's really tragic, but today I managed to get again up. Okay, I don't know why I have to click on these female posts. They're usually a bit less qualityful, but that's my opinion from a male. How true are the claims that some models smoke cigs? Nobody really cares, right? Except for models, I guess. I wear and use diapers at concerts by choice, no medical issue. Nice. What should I go to school for if I want a job that pays well and allows me to work fully from home? Okay. Moonshine 55. Basically, I've been on drugs since I was 14. Spent 5 years in prison. 2 in house arrests. Hard drugs. 31. Shit together. Sober for 6 months. Starting school. So I just like to make decent money working if I'm going to take a stone 7 months. In the self-improvement subreddit. How do you manage to start working early? That's so bullshit. How have you coped with death of someone who died because of the consequences of their own choices? No self-harm and addiction, more so like being killed by an affair. Tell an affair. This is weird. It's okay, kinda interesting. Have you ever reconnected with an old love? Devout Christian, I was always honest with their religion. Mackenzie consistently accompany her to church to go there, blah blah. She was initiated, she wasn't firm on religion and wanted to try again. We broke up because of religion. Yes, me and you were different people who wanted different things, and me started dating the man I am now engaged to. He and his new wife texted me 3:12 a.m. to ask if you would have threesome with them. Okay, sassy auntie. Met her for a drink in the bar, but the chemistry was gone. Finished my drink, said our goodbyes, and we never talked again. That's fair enough. Right. How do I stop stalking people? I'm not finding the urge to enter my block list and see how they're doing. Old friends, guys I used to talk with, but I didn't work out. Like you care enough. Well, whatever. I would suggest, what would I suggest? This is Oliukakotek in the self subreddit. Whatever. Don't really give the best advice, but we don't care that much. Doom scrolling, screen time is 12 hours per day. Yeah, bro, I don't know. We can log in on our phones to clock in. We are supposed to do it on a tablet in our trucks at the shop. Sometimes when I'm a few minutes late, I'll clock in on the roundabout just before going to work. Okay, fair enough. What should you go to school for if you want a job? Musk, Rogan and Trump the biggest influences in America, if not the world, if not who is? The same questions are coming back, but like half an hour apart with them. Or a few weeks apart also. But something that seems too good to be true, it actually is true. Can't face myself. Bah, leave subreddit, I don't really engage it anymore. I'm gonna do this one away. I don't like this. Need help moving on from this major mistake. Greedy Advisor 223 in the self subreddit. Need help moving on from this major mistake. I've never had a girlfriend, so when I was 25 I saw a sex worker that might have been underage. She looked older but was wearing braces. I asked her age, she told me I was 22. It took me a year to realize that she could have been lying. I treated her with respect and digging with the girl. My actions harmed me. If I knew she was at her age, I would have never done it, but I was so stupid not thinking about it. I work to help others and myself. The person say very nice, I think go on moving on. How do I do it? No idea, bro. That's a very unique situation you're in. Why do people always try to push the narrative that appearance doesn't matter? I should only be judged on the merit of my work. A few years into my career, at least as Bologna, I started to put effort in my two appearance. Night and day difference. People started treating me better in all aspects of work and my personal life. Why I'm in this job, none of this would have happened if I kept being a love. Do people really expect that someone should be promoted to seeing income stained sweatshirts just because of a good resume? That's a good answer. Miss Fiji. Oh damn. 400,000 comment karma in 2 years. Jesus. Let's This is very subjective, empiric. So wrong, I had to come back out of the retirement to point out no, so you're thinking about it. Oh, it's on some crack or what? Broke up with my ex, instantly regret it. But yeah, how can you buy happiness? Make the money but don't spend it. It's a bad question. I was on drug when my neighbor used me. I really don't know what about it. Jesus. How can I productively use a slow day at the office? Without going into detail, I work in a job that sometimes has very little to do, especially in night shifts. I like to use these hours in a productive way, maybe acquire better general knowledge, but I probably wouldn't be able to sit down and read a book since I don't want to make it too obvious. Amazon Mechanical Turk. What's that? Let's see what this is. Oh shit. Let's see what this is all about. Circles. Okay, so we made an account. Let's see what it is in a few days. It's also not true. Ja, is goed. Slaap aan, mijn schatje.
Ik kan niet direct slapen.
All good. Have fun.
Jij ook?
Dank je. Ciao, ciao. Alright, let's see what else we can find. A few more of them. We all did this. What are your thoughts and experience with retroactive jealousy? Addiction, which girl is better and why? Clicks and social gatekeeping. Everywhere that's social, there's always these already formed cliques of people who know each other for years. There's always this pattern: having great social interaction with 2 or 3 people, make them laugh, connect with them, then someone in their friend group doesn't like them for some reason. I stay in the art group because of that. To me, just stopping them because I always have to do the work, jump through groups, and it never leads to anything, and they just stick to I guess I think we're just giving up and being social and sticking to the 3 against friends. Not limited, but similar to workplaces. Big white glizzy in a social skills subreddit. Do people ghost you when you weren't attractive in bed? I can't accept my body. Looking for a partner. People who don't have abandonment issues, what does it feel like? Genuinely asking. Funback8227 in the social skills subreddit. I recently realized that I have deep abandonment issues after being in a committed relationship, and now I understand why I used to an emotional distant person. and so many other things. And all this time I thought these were my strengths and totally normal because I never allowed myself to be emotionally connected with someone, and so I never had a fear to lose them. Keep wondering, how is life for people who do not have abandonment issues? How do they engage in relationships? Yeah. I think the big takeaway is that if you get abandoned, still raise your own baseline, which cannot be taken away by anyone. Bench. Always invest in your education or to develop a skill. Boy, autistic people of Reddit. What is the strangest misconception of autumns you have ever seen, heard? Oof. People wake up at 5 or earlier. What time do you go to bed? How do you forgive yourself? Simple Ideals 238 in the self-help subreddit. Feeling a great deal of shame, guilt and disappointment for things in the past. Someone that aren't even a big deal, and I wanted to move forward, but having a hard time forgiving myself and not feeling like it's worthless and good as over. Let's take books, journal models if you use to forgive yourself. I'm no expert on the matter, though I feel the need to answer your question. Do it more, so I say it's how it should be because you feel the guilt. And it was what you know, and deep inside is really right. Find a way because the past is less and in order to become the person you really are, and want and need to be. Stuck in self-hate and self-destructive behavior can do some things necessary for you to evolve from some of redemption. Very nice answer. Okay, simple ideals was a pretty good question. Text messaging, is it normal for chats to go silent 5 minutes in, blah blah blah. Psychotherapy student with more questions than answers, but still some answers. turning yourself into an introvert. I haven't talked to many people all my life. In all conversations I rarely spoken. More often than not I was a listener. And inbox play. In social skills separate. As a listener, sometimes commenting on a topic of considering myself in the height of the past 27 years. In all the social groups, I was always separated from everyone. The topic of friends with whom I communicated, did not talk much with girls as well. I always thought they were not so chatty, but realized then when joining the circle of new faces, my friends became much more active in communication. So the problem is me. After sitting in cafes, I look at people who can chat for an hour, 2 hours, 3 or more without stopping. And they're able to do this. I don't understand what people can talk so much about. Well, so communication, so talks and talk. Okay. Really? It's not a good question. Wat een scheidlied. Wow. Wow, dat wil ik nooit meer horen. Time blockers and phone addiction. Boeien. If two strangers are walking past each other in a cramped area but not giving a space close to the gate, what would that mean? Boeien. Quick reminder for those trying to reduce their screen time. Boeien. Settings on social media in the last 3 years, so enough time had passed for me where I could feasibly forget about me or at least move on. You know, naturally, a few days he made the poor choice to tell people like me when he was mistaken. Regardless of how much he truly thought about me, I know he genuinely enjoyed my company. Acting back, he got contact with me. It's been 3 years now, and I've more or less moved on without our lives. He and that girlfriend broke up not long after. I suspected this guy watched my TikToks account from time to time, but that was never confirmed. Got feelings for another guy, but things went sour with him. My romance and depression as a stutter, I guess I just felt hopeless finding someone else. Multiple TikToks a day. I guess he saw these videos and he asked our friends to see if I was posting anything like that on Instagram. Was supposed to know about, no, he asked about this but once of it's changed another thing. To text 2 of our friends and asked, hey, can you just look here on nice one. Would a perfect cloning device preserve self or creates a new one? Mathematician 2296 in Ask Philosophy. Currently undergoing I'm currently undergoing an existential crisis and trying to understand exactly what makes me me. I read superficial articles, understand that according to this empiricism, the self is created through experiences. I also read something about René Descartes and his famous cogito ergo sum, which establishes a logical basis for existence based on the syllogism I think, therefore I am. Both of these assertions seem valid to me, with the only caveat that the cogito would seem to require some sort of prior experience on what thinking feels like. Okay, I understand that. Sounds good. A question about the implication of hypothetical perfect cloning machine on these notions of self. This cloning machine would be able to create a one-on-one copy of every single atom and body of his person enters the machine on two come out, one of them being original from the point of view of the person entering the machine. Nothing has happened. His own perception of self is the same as all of his experiences have been preserved. The same goes for the cloned individual, as his experiences are the same. Since continuity between the two consciousness is maintained, according to me, both people will evolve an independent self, similar to according to both can think and hence are. Let's assume now that without breaking continuity, one of the people is killed at randomly during the cloning process. May or may not have been killed, and the person you see now may or not maybe did someone actually die in this process. By far the most popular contemporary view of personal identity is that something is you if and only if it's appropriately psychologically connected to what you were at earlier moments in time. This psychological connection is supposed to be based on memories, beliefs, character traits, and maybe desires. It's worth pointing out though that cloning case is often seen as a reductio of this view, exactly because it seemingly has the implication that there can be two versions of you, which is absurd. Why would you say that? Like, how does this person know that's absurd? Common response by the physiological continuity theorists is to add another criterion to their theory. Namely, the condition that there can only be one version of yourself. This would mean that if a man called Alan steps into the machine and copy one of him gets created, he would thereby stop being Alan. Alan would then be dead and there would be two new people instead. Of course, the solution strikes many as utterly crazy. Why on earth would Alan's identity be dependent on what happens elsewhere? Isn't personal identity supposed to be something that's intrinsic? Let's take your case where somebody's body is killed, and if the killing happens before the duplication, creating and psychological continuity, theorists would say that nobody died in. Philosophers were dissatisfied with this account and endorse either animalism, which is a view that you are a specific biological organism, or the further fact view, which is in practice just is a view that you are a non-physical soul. That was really not an answer. The fuck? Oh, I said F. Okay, so one more post and then we're gonna call it a day. Okay. I really didn't get any answers in that post. I hate people who complain about how athletic affect Gen Z when they made high school sports more inaccessible. Okay. Apologies for my rant. No, thank you. Married for a little over a year, but sex life has been a struggle. Can't help thinking about cheating. Don't care. I lost everything. Spiritual sense of self. No. How to trust that I have found a partner even if I never had now, and stop getting hurt by hearing about everyone else getting married. Jeez. I'll give you a like. As much as I wanted the best. You do not smoke. I'm clearly proud of myself. And so you told me a month ago where I'd be. Strong urge when I wake up Saturday and Sunday to smoke, but that goes pretty way. I'm engaged with a few other posts on this trip. I noticed there are a lot of people who want to quit cold turkey. I just want to say quitting completely is great and all, but the amount of moderation is admirable and something to be proud of. Why does good change makes me overwhelmed? And then all the other find inside my dream life, it's been all like that for years now. I noticed that I've started to become depressed because of it, so I decided to take action, get some hobbies. And I did that. I woke up early, journaled, read a book, made some sketches, cooked a meal, and was able to learn how to make up since I didn't know how to put the makeup in. Felt so horrible. I felt like I'm trying to be someone I'm not, so I stopped right there. I don't want to do anything anymore. I don't want to journal ever again, and also I don't want to pick up the book again. Everything's supposed to make me feel good, so it's like a deep clean of your home, but before you throw out all the trash, like you feel more around to keep the good work going. And it feels fun. Okay, for change to be incremental, it may be more sustainable, healthy to change over time. Sounds like you immediately try to change everything while the effort is good to put in. We aren't machines, we can't flip a switch and change. You have to leave room for yourself to feel the change too, accept that you've made progress. That's both good shit. I get my votes. Prize instruction 52 in the self-help subreddit. What advice can you offer someone who is living away from family and close friends? Seeking feedback for the concept of my productivity tool. So I think that this as a productive validation thread, I'm planning to build a productivity tool for supercharging product development workflows for startup teams and managers. I can't reveal much right now, I just think it's Obsidian and those. Manager and the other. Introspection is like rocket science for me. I've done many things in my life that don't make any sense. So why I did them, I truly ignore them. Stupid shit. Forgive yourself. Very similar. This is a light of the land in the self-help subreddit. Alright, this has been good for me. Let's see if anybody answered and otherwise we're gonna call this a day. And I'll see you guys in the next one, you know? That's why I'm here, you know? To see you guys each week. And that's okay that I don't have any reactors or miners or even that. That's why I keep going, you know, for myself and for you guys. Eventually, you'll understand one day. Peace.